go ahead and call to order our February 26th, 2026 City of Longview City Council meeting. We are always excited to see a lot of people here in Chambers, so thank you all for taking time out of your schedule to be with us. For whatever reason you are here tonight, you are always welcome back. We are glad to have people here. First, we will have our invocation and pledge. That will be led by Grace Henderson with Operation True North. If you will please rise.
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight with gratitude for the opportunity to gather in service to our community. We thank you for the leaders seated here and for the responsibility they carry. Grant them wisdom beyond their own understanding, clarity in decision-making, and unity of purpose as they work for the good of this city. Lord, we lift up the men and women who serve others every day, our veterans, active duty service members, first responders, medical workers, and their families. Strengthen them physically, emotionally, and spiritually. May we be a city that not only honors service with words, but with action. We ask for your blessing over our first responders, city employees, business owners, families, and every resident represented here tonight. Strengthen the bonds of this community and help us work together for the common good. We ask that you grant peace to those struggling silently and bring comfort to homes carrying stress, exhaustion, or grief. May all that is said and done in this meeting bring honor to you and hope to our city. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, guys. Oh, nope, pledge first. Hey, Joanna. Hi.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, guys. Next on our agenda is citizen comment. I do not have any speaker cards. Is there anyone that would like to speak and then fill out a card after speaking? There you go.
It won't take a minute. I just want to thank the city council. I was driving down my streets, Marbley and Birdsong, and they look so good. The city's working on them, and they're looking good. I hadn't seen them like that in a long time. And I just want to let you know we appreciate everything you do. And God bless y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Woolridge. Thank you, Ms. Woolridge. We love a compliment, and we appreciate you sharing. Next on our agenda is a presentation from East Texas Council of Governments with Longview's regional designation as a veteran-friendly community. I'll ask Mr. David Cleveland, who is the President CEO of ETCOG, to come on up with that presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. It's really great to be with you tonight, and I have my colleague, the Special Projects Director with East Texas Council of Governments, David Schott, with me as well. It's always exciting for me to present in front of my home council. You know, I've been a longtime resident here, as has been David, and we're proud to be residents here in Longview, Texas. Tonight is especially exciting, far more for the city of Longview, though, in that you all have been selected to be awarded the Veterans Friendly Community Award. You are only the third community in all of East Texas to receive this award.
Awesome.
And it is a relatively new award. This is the second round or the second year, but the fact that you are easily in the top 3 to receive this award is a credit to this community, because when you hear what David shares with you in a few minutes about how difficult it is to get this designation, I think you'll have an even more distinct appreciation for the achievement that you all can celebrate tonight. But there is 2 things that I wanted to mention real quick. When it comes to veterans, for us, for the East Texas Council of Governments, this is not something we take lightly. You might know that we obviously, as the Council of Governments, have a special relationship with men and women throughout the region that lay their lives on the line for us every day, whether it's first responders and police, fire, and so forth. They deserve not only the tip of our hat, but as much support and encouragement as we can give them. Well, veterans are right in there too, and I would also include senior citizens in the mix. These are all very special populations to us, but any of you that have veterans a veteran family member or have served in the armed forces, man, these men and women literally put their lives on the line for us every day. And if it hadn't been for their sacrifice, we wouldn't be here today enjoying an open public meeting to conduct the business of the city of Longview. So we take this very seriously. This isn't our first foray as a council of governments into veteran services. We've been offering free rides to veterans on Go Bus for years. We have a veteran veterans hiring preference. So basically that means if you've got a candidate for to get a job here at ETCOG, if all things being equal and you're the veteran gets the job. We also have the Veterans Directed Care Program to keep veterans in the community and as productive as possible for as long as possible. And now we have this program as well. So we're really excited about it. And for more information about the Veteran Friendly Community Award, I want to introduce David Schott to you. This is the guy, by the way, and I just want to give him public credit for this. I hired him in the first job. I think this is the first job I gave him. David, this is something that's so important for our region. I want you to take this on as your first priority, and within 6 to 8 months, we had a program ready to go. So I give you David Schott. Can you tell the council a little bit more about this?
Thank you. Well, first, good evening, and thank you for having us. And I promise I'll be brief because I see you all have a full agenda tonight. So, Mr. Cleveland was absolutely right. This was my first assignment when I came on to ETCOG, and what we did was we looked around the state to see exactly what veteran-friendly meant to different communities, and we created a program that was scalable to urban and rural. It doesn't matter the size or population. This program basically will fit any community that wishes to participate. There's no fee, there's nothing for it. It's just basically an opportunity for communities to showcase what they're doing today for their veterans. And it serves as a mechanism to showcase what they're doing, as well as look for areas for improvement. And that's what this whole program is about, is continuous improvement, because we'll come back in 2 or 3 years and say, hey, Longview, hey, Tyler, hey, Quitman, hey, Winsboro, hey, San Antonio, what are you doing since you got the award? What programs are we having? What can we do to help you? And then we start linking these programs together, all for the sake of making our lives, the lives for our veterans and the quality of life better for them. So this was not an easy application to do. It was not intentionally designed that way. It just kind of took a life of itself. But we need letters of intent from elected officials. We ask for demographics. We look for how many veterans are currently in your population at this time. And then we explore all the services: transportation, education, healthcare, residents, discounts at restaurants and stores. We look at training programs, vocational programs. We look at the levels of veterans who are serving at the top in the public sector. We're looking in the private sector. And we're just giving them an opportunity to report back to us as why they should be a veteran-friendly community. That also includes, parks, recreation. It includes, if you can think of it, we threw it in there. So I had several communities start the application. They're always great at the gate, okay? They're always great. 1st of September, I get all these calls. They have 60 days to do it because just like any city government, after Thanksgiving, there's kind of a lull in activity till after New Year's. So that gives us time to grade the papers and get a committee together. And we had 3 submitted, 2 completed the application satisfactorily with the review committee that we created. And it was, Longview was number 3 for the whole program. Last year, it was 2 other cities. This year, y'all came out on top for this year. And I can honestly say, and I share the sentiments of the review committee, that it was a stellar application. Everything that went in there that showcases what we're doing in the city of Longview was present. And everyone in this room should be very proud of our community this evening. And please give yourselves a round of applause, because I didn't write it. I just graded it. So at this time, we would like to ask the mayor to come up here and formally.
Yes, can I say just one thing real quick?
Please do.
Thank you, David and David. I want to say a special couple of thank yous. Vern really spearheaded. putting in our application and handled everything. He has a real heart for veterans and is the head of Oceans Behavioral. I also want to thank Operation True North, who serves veterans in our community. What I was surprised and excited about is that these services already exist. So we're being awarded for work that is already happening from volunteers and committed people in our community that are loving and serving veterans. And it is, you're right, a springing board to doing more together. So I would actually like to invite everybody that is here for this reason to come on up, and we're going to take a photo together with this designation, please. So that's Vern, that's True North, that's anybody that is here because of this, and I think there's a whole row right there too. Come on up. Anybody that wants to be in the picture? Come on up. Yep, come on up.
Here, I'm gonna have you in the gray right there. Sorry, you. I'm trying to get you in the middle so I can see your face. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Okay. We have lots of fun things tonight. Next on our agenda is presentation of a proclamation recognizing today, February 26th, 2026, as Pine Tree Pirate Day here in Longview. If you are a Pine Tree Pirate and here for this, please come on up. We're going to do this one all together. I know Derek and Sydney want to come up. Jody, you can come on up too if you want to. Everybody can come up. Y'all can come stand on up here. How are you? Thank you for being here. I'm Kristen. Thank y'all. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. How are y'all? Thank you for being here. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Congratulations. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. You want to go first or second?
You're gonna read the pocket.
Yes. Yeah.
I appreciate Mary Shahar, and I appreciate Coach Botman being here, and I want to congratulate these guys. Coach Botman has been at Pine Tree with Coach Lane as assistant. This is his
Next year will make a decade.
and so, and what I really appreciate about Coach is, you know, they have a saying, "Win with winners," and just doing things the right way. And these kids had a very competitive, very tough district this year, and just kept working hard and getting better and competing throughout the year. It was a lot of fun for the excitement, and I want to congratulate him and these guys. This is the very first team in Pine Tree history to compete in the third round of the playoffs. Congratulations, Coach.
Very exciting. So we wanted to invite you guys here tonight to just celebrate your accomplishments. Thank you, Coach, for being here. This is a representation of the entire team, which is obviously lots more of you, but we're so glad you're here. And I want to celebrate tonight your sports accomplishments, but more importantly, who you are learning to be through participating in team sports, the responsibility, the integrity, the professionalism. That's what we want for our young people here, and we're so proud of everything that you do to represent Longview and to do it well. It is my privilege to honor the Pine Tree School football team who has demonstrated exceptional perseverance, athletic excellence, and sportsmanship throughout the 2025 season. Under the guidance of head coach Jason Bachman, the Pirates fostered a culture of hard work and commitment characterized by year-round dedication in the weight room and a steadfast focus on the process. The 2025 Pirates accomplished the most significant playoff run in the program's 89-year history, reaching the third round and inspiring the entire Longview community with their resolve and talent.
The Pine Tree Pirates are hereby commended for their historic 2025 season. Their dedication to excellence, both on and off the field, serves as a testament to their character and brings great honor to the city of Longview and to the Pine Tree School District. It is now, therefore, my privilege as mayor of the city of Longview to proclaim today, February 26th, 2026, as the Pine Tree Pirate Celebration Day here in the city of Longview. Congratulations, guys.
Why we gotta be in the line?
You do.
Not yet. Got it. Thank you. We're going to skip C for right now and go to presentation item D, which is a presentation of a donation by ATMOS Energy to the city of Longview in support of the America 250 celebration. We'd like to welcome Jarwin Winfield with ATMOS to bring us a giant check.
It's a giant check, but hopefully the dollars will go. I know they're going to go to the right place. So, again, thank you, Mayor. My name is Darwin Winfield. I'm Manager of Public Affairs here with ATMOS Energy, and it's a pleasure to be able to present this check and to partner with the city as well as the county as we get ready to celebrate America 250. One of the things, or several of the things that we are focused on here at ATMOS Energy is childhood literacy, and as this program is going to be able to support the programs in regards to a contest and an essay about America 250, asking folks to participate, who turn their papers in to talk about what America means to them. Also, another portion of it is arts. In order for our children also to be able to excel in our communities, art is also very important. Not just reading, but also the arts, whether in this particular case it'll be drawing and that type of thing, but of course music, band, and all those type of things are very instrumental in helping our kids become better students. So we at ATMOS Energy are pleased to be able to participate in sponsoring the art and essay contest that'll be taking place during America 250 events here in town, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Come on up here, Darwin.
Come on
We'll
up.
take a photo. I want to say thank you to ATMOS for their contribution. Also, we are still looking for America 250 partners. So if you have an idea for something that we could use, if you'd like to sponsor a contest like that, we want to hear from you. We would like for you to be involved. Next on our agenda is presentation and program update on Project 365 with our Chief of Police, Mr. Anthony Boone.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Mrs. Hagenbucher. So let's talk a little bit about Project 365. If I say National Night Out, everyone in the room can probably raise your hand and say, I have heard of National Night Out. What people may not know is National Night Out is actually a project under the National Association of Town Watch, NATW. And National Night Out, before it was National Night Out, actually began in the late 70s. And then in 1984, it was officially established as a national program through NATW. And 10 years later, in 1994, Project 365 was also created by NATW as well. And so basically what that was to do is National Night Out was wanting to communities to know each other, get neighbors to actually talk to each other, and then get neighbors to know their first responders in their communities. Project 365 wanted to take a little bit deeper dive and then kind of look in areas that needed a little extra assistance, and how could you go about doing that throughout the year, and then celebrate the accomplishments at the end of the year, which is actually, they look at the end of the year being the first Tuesday of October when we celebrate National Night Out. So that's kind of a little bit of the history. For Longview Police Department, we actually found through documentation that Project 365, or also has had the name Renew, it goes back to actually 2009, and maybe even earlier than that, but we know for sure 2009. And the only years I know for sure that we have missed were 20 and 21, obviously because of COVID. In 2022, we got it kicked back off again. And this award came about in 2024, but for what we did in 2023. And this is from the Texas Crime Prevention Association. It says, each year at the annual conference, Texas Crime Prevention Association will present awards for each category to members, agencies, and volunteers who have achieved and made the most substantial contributions to the field of crime prevention to the Texas Crime Prevention Association. And as you can see there, in 2024, we received small agency. Don't be too bothered by that. Small agencies considered under 100,000 for population. So we were very pleased to get that in 2024 for our work in 2023. And to look at some of our past projects, and actually, you'll understand this a little bit more, and actually probably most of our council members already do. The PD may lead this, but we're really just the tip of the spear. It takes all of these directors that you see sitting over here to make this work each year. I really hate that on that last slide in the award actually says the Longview Police Department, because it really should be to the city of Longview, between our volunteers, all the different departments within inside the city, and even the outside help that comes in. Even we have church youth groups, when they come in the summertime, they help in our Project 365 areas as well. So over the last several years, you can look at the maps and see in 2022, we worked the Birdie Park area. 2023 was east side of town with East 80, kind of the Alpine to Eastman Road. 2024, Young to Birdsong, Marbley to MLK area. And then this past year in the Ingram Park area. And just to give you some figures, and we really were only able to track this well starting in 2023, we actually recovered 16.2 tons of junk and litter in that area with over 300 volunteers. In 2024, we collected 24 tons of junk. We had 350 volunteers, and we removed 500 tires from that area. In 2025, we collected 30 tons of junk and debris, had 150 volunteers, and don't be discouraged by that. That was actually because of a storm event and had to do a last-minute change, so we're still thankful to have 150. And we also, with the help of SWEPCO, again, partners even outside of the normal, we partner with other people outside the city as well. 17 streetlights were repaired and replaced during that project as well. But again, it's every department helping out on this. We are the organizers as the police department, but the fire department assists. They help with batteries being replaced. Red Cross assists with getting new smoke alarms for residents. Animal control, they assist. Keep Longview Beautiful, couldn't do it without them. Definitely can't do it without development services and public works. So they have the equipment. They help us pick up the debris and what the volunteers cannot actually move. So this year, we're looking at our location. It's actually in the north of the I-20 corridor there between Estes Parkway to basically Eastman Road, and then south of Pittman Street there. And some of the concerns that we have seen, and we talked as a command staff and talked with our PAR police area representative supervisor. It's an area that we've had some shots fired calls. We've had some shootings occur. In fact, I was talking to one of the residents just before I came up here and talking about certain times of the year, the amount of shots fired that can be heard and so forth. And then there's also quite a few mattresses and trash that have just been thrown out in that area, that this isn't any fault of the residents. This is other people coming through there and just dumping out things. So we see it as an area that can definitely benefit from this. And looking at, if I can find it real quick, looking at one of the statements in our I-20 corridor small area study by Fries and Nichols from a few years ago, talked about in stakeholder interviews, talking about that specific area. There are pockets within the surrounding neighborhood that have charm, but the neighborhoods as a whole need some attention in order to thrive. So we're hoping, again, not as a police department, but as a catalyst for this, we can actually help that area kind of thrive a little bit again. And then we actually had something new this year. We've always just we do what we do. You do what you always done because that's what you've always done, right? I'm very appreciative of Officer Johnson. He had the idea of wanting to actually have a community meeting first. We had that last Monday, and we got some ideas. Some of the things that were on the list we already thought would be on the list, but they also had some other ideas for us, and we hope that we can all work together, and we'll have a big National Night Out party down there later this year, and I'm pretty excited about this project. With that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
That's great. Thank you, Chief. Questions, comments? Go ahead, Derek. Oops, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. What were some of the issues? Because I was there, but I want to bring up some of the issues what their most concerns, the most priority for them.
We've got animals at large was probably number one. A lot of concerns about that. Prostitution was talked about. Water drainage, abandoned vehicles. Talked about even police and community relations, and definitely some of our officers need to have an out-of-car experience and get out and visit with some neighbors and get to know people a little bit better. There was also concerns about one of the apartment complexes in the town, in that area as well. So that was some of the highlights.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good. Thank you to those that attended that meeting. Derek, did you have a question?
I just wanted to comment on that. I know the 2022 was that area around Birdie Park, and we had National Night Out there, and really at that time, and that was a big boom for that area as
Yes,
far
sir.
as the making that great attendance there for National Night Out, and then also just the way we take care of that area.
And I'm sorry, sir, when you can just fix the street lights though and get all the trash out of there and get the mattresses off the side of the road, get the tires removed, that alone starts to change the dynamics of a neighborhood and so forth, and really helps to start cleaning it up. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Birdie Park was a great success, and Pine Tree was great with partnering with us on that.
Thank you.
Good. John, do you have a question?
I just want to say, glad to see that y'all are doing the community meeting. I think that's
Yes, sir.
a key point, and you get community support, and that helps y'all do a better job with what y'all are trying to achieve there. So thank you for doing that.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your work. Thanks.
I want to echo what Mr. Conley said, because I know when Birdie Park, and there's a sense of pride that goes with it that lasts longer than
Yes,
just
sir.
2022. I drive through there still quite often, just looking, and you can see it clean. And a big thing that our people in the community needs to understand, as much as I know Chief Boone and I talked about this the other day, is the communication. Don't be afraid to step out, wave a police officer down, hey, this is where we need help. And I know street lights and stray dogs are important, but it's also a great communication between our officers and the other departments within the city.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way this becomes successful. And I know I approached him right at the last minute. I said, hey, can we get some information on how much things have changed and went down in these neighborhoods since it's happened? Because I know I've sat down with Chief Boone before, and definitely the numbers with crime is going down in the city of Longview,
sir.
all over. And it's astounding to see. And I know a lot of people say, man, I see more crime on Facebook and things like this on the Ring cameras.
Yes, sir.
Well, over 50% of the people have a Ring camera. You go back 15 years ago, that wasn't the case. So you are going to see a lot more things happening. But the thing about it is we're being proactive in what we're doing, and I think this program 365 and what we're trying to do for that neighborhood and those people, it's going to be successful with direct communication, and not just within the city, but we need it from the people that is in that neighborhood as well. And just because you're whether in Birdie Park or in District 5 or District 4, reach out to us. If you see problems, let us get ahead of this rather than, hey, this is an area we need to focus on. But thank you, and thank you for the time the other day and your officers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Ray.
Chief Boone, I just wanted to thank you and Par Officer Johnson for coming out, setting that up. I was there that night. There was a lot of difficult questions thrown your way, and some that were off script. And I just want to congratulate you guys for handling that professionally, and the way you addressed all of the people there, answered their questions, and then even when you couldn't, you were willing to meet with them afterward and or later on that week. So thank you again for coming out for that.
Yes, absolutely. We all get better when we work together. And I've said a couple of times that later this year, I'd like to relaunch our small area task force for I-20. So this is a great lead into that, great focus on the area. I-20 is a wasted resource for us. So looking at building up the strong neighborhood there and then moving on to figuring out how we can better take advantage of that. Very excited about. So thank you very much, Chief.
Thank y'all.
I am going to go back to our presentation agenda item C. I think our honoree has arrived. Yes, good. Hi, Sam. This is presentation item C, presentation of a proclamation recognizing February 26th, 2026 as Sam Schott, NCAA Woman of the Year. Come on up. I know.
And she wasn't late, she was taking care of business. And after I get done reading this, you will know this young lady takes care of business day in and day out. Listen up, because this is amazing. First off, February 26, 2026, Sam Schott, Woman of the Year Celebration Day. And by the way, that's the NCAA Woman of the Year, not women. She was the one. They better have a lot of applause after all you do. Whereas Sam Schott has been named the NCAA Woman of the Year, a prestigious honor established in 1991 to recognize female student athletes who excel in athletics, academics, and community service. And whereas Sam Schott demonstrated unparalleled dedication at UT Tyler, playing a program record 235 games, achieving a .327 career batting average, and earning the 2025 Elite 90 Award for the highest GPA at the final site of competition. And whereas her commitment extends beyond the field through her pursuit of a doctorate of medicine at UT Tyler School of Medicine for the class of 2029, and her selfless volunteer work with Refuge International in Guatemala, as well as local initiatives like Special Olympics and East Texas Food Bank. And whereas Sam Schott represents the essence of excellence and resilience and extraordinary character, we honor her as a role model who embodies the principles of Title IX, motivating future generations to chase their dreams with kindness, appreciation, and unwavering dedication to others. Now, therefore, as a representative for Mayor Shahara, do hereby proclaim the day of February 26, 2026, Sam Schott, NCAA Woman of the Year Celebration Day, the city of Longview.
Woo-hoo.
That's what I'm talking about. If you want to know what your daughter should grow up to be like, one with those aspirations. Congratulations again, Sam.
Yep, thank you guys very much. Next on our agenda is some community recognition. This is a real fun night recognizing special people in our community. I am going to ask Aaron Dudley and Sunny Wilson to come on up front with me. Thank you guys for being here so that we can honor your contribution to just being good people in our community. And I think that's what makes Longview so special, that we have just people that so everybody else knows what we're talking about. On January 30th, 2026, a city sanitation truck was involved in a serious crash on Straight Lane. The situation was high risk, involving an unstable vehicle and a nearby gas main. 2 residents, Aaron Dudley and Sonny Wilson, took immediate, decisive action that prevented a significantly worse outcome. Aaron Dudley, emergency coordination. After being alerted to a medical emergency by the truck's passenger, Steve Brewer, Aaron acted as the primary dispatcher. She alerted 911, provided critical updates to responding units in real time, and later took the initiative to collect neighborhood surveillance footage to help investigators reconstruct the crash. Sonny Wilson, life-saving medical care. A registered nurse, Sonny rushed to the scene upon hearing the impact. At great personal risk, she entered the truck while it was precariously balanced on a hillside, held only by trees. She did this without knowing if the brakes were set or if the vegetation would hold the vehicle's weight. Wilson monitored the driver's vitals and breathing until medics arrived. Her presence was vital. Had the truck shifted an additional 30 feet, it would have struck an exposed 4-inch gas main, likely causing a rupture. Both women acted with remarkable selflessness and courage. They were under no obligation to assist, yet they stepped into a dangerous scene to protect a city employee and their neighborhood. We want to say thank you. You are what makes Longview special, and we are so proud and so grateful for your action. What a fun meeting. We should do all meetings like this. Next on our agenda is our consent agenda. Are there items that council would like to pull off for discussion or get further information? I saw Derek's hand first. What you got?
Just K.
K? All right. Sydney, what would you like?
A, start with A.
A?
C,
C?
E,
E?
F,
Okay.
I,
Feel like we're on Wheel of Fortune right now.
K, excuse me,
I got K.
and O,
O. Okay.
and R.
Okay.
Is that all of them?
I mean,
Is that all?
you're getting
Just
close.
pull 'em all.
No, we
All right,
got a
you
lot of
any?
alphabet out there.
No,
John?
he's covered with me. Good. Everybody else good? Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna start with A. That is Miss Bonnie Hubbard. Consider a resolution that authorized the city to apply for a grant from the Petco Love Foundation.
Yes, Petco Love is one of the organizations that continuously, thankfully, gives us grants, and we are continuing to apply.
Same company that has the Petco store here.
It is.
In Longview?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right. I think my primary question on this one, it has to do with C also, where you're looking for a grant in the amount of $500,000 from Texas Health and Human Services for open enrollment program to support spay and neutering functions of animals. Currently, I understand we charge for spay and neutering.
We currently have a Spay It Forward program where we administer vouchers for citizens to go to a vet to be able to spay and neuter their own animals. This would assist in funding that. We at the shelter currently do not spay and neuter owned
Okay.
animals.
But this, so both of these items, the 100,000 we're applying for and the 500,000 would encourage or grant or enlarge that program for that purpose?
The 100,000 through Petco Love is for animal health, and that is for our isolated dogs that have upper respiratory infections, things of that sort,
Okay.
to enhance the medical side.
And then the 500 would be for spay and neutering, or is it for general also?
It is for spay and neuter. Actually, this morning, we received word that the state closed the application period 2 months early, but we are anticipating it to reopen. So going ahead and approving tonight would allow us to immediately apply when it reopens if approved.
Okay.
Thank you. Then item E, a resolution waiving penalties and interest for delinquent property tax. Mr. Robert Ray. That was Sydney also.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting a little personal here. I think it would be in the interest of the council to know who is receiving this waiving penalty of their delinquent taxes.
This
We
is
have
a
a
corporation
number.
called Nanda Estates bought the property, and it was not properly, the appraisal district indicated that they failed to properly show the sale. And so they were not sent, Nanda Properties was not sent a tax bill for 2024, and then incurred penalties and interest for late payment. So this would waive just the penalties and interest. They would, of course, still pay the taxes.
Okay, good. So they still pay the taxes, but all this waives the penalty and interest.
That's it. That's correct.
Okay, and this is a apartment project or something, or is it?
This is a single-family home, I believe,
is it?
or on, it's up there, Ray Creek Estates, if you know where that is, on North Judson Road up there, off of
Okay.
North Judson.
I just wanted to see who this was
Okay.
applied for.
Thank you, Robert. Moving on to F, consider a resolution with support for an application to the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. That is under Mr. Michael Shirley.
Yes, thank you. This is asking for a resolution supporting their application. The project location is on Toller Road. If you're familiar with where Toller Road, Super One there on Loop 281, adjacent to there's a tank site, and then right next to that where the future Branch Street right-of-way alignment is, just between there and the park property is where this would be located. It would be for a senior-type facility, and as y'all are familiar with these types of projects, they provide a great resource for our community, and hopefully we'll be successful with getting this. We have been successful in the past.
I guess my question is, first off, the 9%, is that the additional, what does the 9% refer to?
So there's a whole formula. It's kind of misleading. It's not that they get 9%, but that's what the program is called. What it does is it allows them they award a tax credit that they can then go and sell, and then
Yes.
use that as equity into the program to help build a better project and provide rents at a reduced rate.
Yeah, we have several here. There's one off North Loop, in the middle of the loop. And then, but anyway, there's several here in town.
Yes.
They're very nice projects. My question is, 10 years down the road, do they change ownerships, or who maintains the ownership over the life of it, and who's responsible for keeping them up and
Yeah, so
continuing on?
that's one of the great benefits of the program is that they're highly restricted, and I believe, and then correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they're required to own them for like 18 to 20 years.
Okay.
So it's not that they go in and that they're developers, they're operators. They go in, they build it, and they have to own it and maintain it and operate it. So they're in it for the long haul.
Good, okay. That was my concern about the longevity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jenny.
I believe on the form, it said elderly, it didn't say retired or whatever. Is there an age limit, like 55 is the bottom and going up, or do we
Yes.
have, okay,
Yeah, it's age restricted. I think it's 55 and older, I think.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, do you have I appreciate you being here, Mr. Shirley. Is there any idea how large, I mean, how many residences could this establish with that center? How many, at least how many apartments or units?
Yes, I think, and I'm trying to remember offhand, was it 80? Yeah, 80 to 100 units right in there is what their application is for. There's
I
a little
love the
flexibility in that.
addition, and there's been a lot of, it's an area where, obviously pickleball courts will soon be.
There's been a lot of activity in
And
that
having
area.
that area, and using that park area, it's nice. I hope that's a great addition. Thanks.
Yeah, we've certainly benefited from those projects in town.
Yes, we have.
Just for some clarity too, their name initially when it came through was the Reserve, but we already have several reserves like here. And so we got an email right before the council meeting that they changed the name to the Longview Senior Lofts, so.
Great.
Yeah, and this was a project, I believe it was last year, they made an application and we supported as well. They just weren't awarded the tax credits at the state level, so.
Okay.
Because it's a highly competitive program, and it's not just Longview, it's in the region, so that's Tyler, Texarkana, But I think this year, I believe there's only 2 applications in the pre-application process, so we have a really good shot of getting this one.
We're veteran designated now, so. hopefully that
That's
helps.
right, yes.
There's only 3 of those, too.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing that project to Longview. We appreciate it. Yes, thank you, Michael. I will move on to item I, consider a resolution awarding contracts to Southern Grounds Maintenance. That's with Mr. John Albertson.
Hello, this contract would award the mowing services for all of our city facilities as well as our trails and medians. We did an RFP process that we went through that finance performed for us, and we reviewed all of the applicants, and Southern Grounds was the winner after we went through the review process. So,
Is this a new provider or current?
no, it would be the same provider as what we had prior.
I've had a lot of good compliments about the trail maintenance, so that's why I asked.
John, would this also include from the edge of the asphalt, from the edge of the street, up to the property owner? I mean, the side of the streets, or is that a city responsibility?
That is on a right-of-way contract, which
Yeah.
is a separate contract
That's
that
a
will be up
separate-
later this year.
Okay, that's a different contract, right of ways.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know, when we're talking, not to nitpick, but big complaint that I've had from people, is some of our walkways, and I'm even getting away from parks now, which I know is different, but hey, can we have the areas blown off? Sometime we had some gravel up on them, but leaving grass on them, I mean, we do a good job making it look good. Let's just finish that last little piece of the job. I want to make sure that that's,
That is a point that we intend to focus on with that contractor for our right-of-ways this year, and we will address that, especially when we go through that contract process.
Borman Trail is in very good shape. Are we currently doing that, or was this a program that somebody else had previously?
Borman Trail, that's just work that our parks staff have taken on. It's things that we have made a focus on trying to improve over the last couple of years.
You should make sure and take credit for that. Mr. Albertson has focused on making the
Yeah,
trails.
they're doing very
Yes,
good.
we're getting lots of compliments on that.
Yes, they're very good.
We have a great staff.
Yes, they're very good.
What would be the difference in, sorry to interrupt you, what would be the difference in this and our actual city employees that maintain our parks?
So this is using a contractor. It's been this way for several years. This was in place, I think, if I remember correctly, since 2015 that we've had this contract. And ultimately, it was a cost savings in order to do that. If we were to pull our staff to dedicate towards mowing, we would have to have more staff, obviously, at this point. And that cost would be much higher than being able to outsource it by the time that you consider all of your supplies and materials that you would need for equipment and maintenance.
Okay.
Good
Thank you.
efficiency. Yes, thank you, John. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I noticed on here, so was the process different because I didn't see any prices? Usually y'all have the prices of the bids from the other competitor. Was the process different? Did y'all use a different matrix on this one?
The process was the same that we've used previous years with the RFP, and we have those prices. This was not the lowest price based on the RFP. However, we went through and reviewed based on work plan, experience, qualifications, history working with us, and then we also considered their equipment that they owned currently and what they would be able to get financed for. That was one big piece that decided actually why we ended up choosing the company that we chose as a committee, was because they're ready to serve us, whereas others would require several months to be able to build up to the point that they could serve us.
How long is this contract?
The contract has 5 years to renew, so it's an option to renew each year.
So, but they get a 5-year contract, but we have an option to opt out each year?
Yes, ma'am.
And so with this, this is kind of directed towards you, Robert Ray. So how are we able to not go with the lowest bid on this one?
So state law does require a competitive process, but it offers us a couple of options. One option is the traditional bidding process, but another is has been available to cities for several years now is the request for proposals process. And as part of that, you put out instead of an invitation to bid, you put out a similar document, but it says, these are the categories we're gonna grade, and here, grade you on, each submission on, and here's the weight we're gonna give to each category. And one of those categories has to be price, but it's not the only category. So you don't have to go with the lowest price in an RFP situation.
Okay, so,
Shannon,
Go ahead.
to answer, I think what she's referring to is like, if it's over $1 million, it falls under a different requirement. Like,
Yes, so public works contracts, and then also contracts over, I think it's 1.5 million now, but they fall under stricter rules, a different process.
yeah, because this one is for 858,000 and some change, so I was just trying to figure out how we got around that and what that number was, like John is saying, like, to where we don't go with the lowest bid, and then a contract that's offered for 5 with a 5-year option.
Yeah, so we actually do that even with our bid contracts. They have, and when we say 5-year option, what we mean is there's a 1-year term, and then it may be renewed up to 4 times each for an additional 1 year. So it could be a total of 5 years. But that means, as you suggested, at the end of each year, the city has the option to go, this is not working for us for whatever reason, and just not renew.
And so with this, if we do it this way, does that mean it doesn't come back to council that y'all can just, John, that's for you, that y'all could just go ahead and renew at any time without council?
Yes, ma'am, we'd have the ability to be able to renew that, but we go through a process every year to make sure that they're meeting the standard that we want them to meet. And we also have annual meetings with that contractor to review their production.
Thank you.
Perfect. Go ahead, Derek. Oh, I got Derek first, and then I got
yes,
you.
all right.
Yeah, obviously, John, this is an extensive amount of money. Has that rate, and this may be Angela, has this been like an increase recent, like with inflation, that 858,000 is, compared to other years, do we have a price comparison, how much that's normally cost annually?
This is within our budget that we have in this year's budget. It did go up, and we did go back out, and we removed 5 mowing cycles from our facility, all of our facilities, in order to be able to bring it within our budget that we have existing. So we have already reduced that number in order to get where we're in budget.
Thank you.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Sydney.
I was just gonna say here on the mowing service, park trails, medium facilities, it shows 6 different bidders, 2 from Longview, 1 from Hallsville, then 1 from Dallas and Beaumont. But also it shows, so you had 6 people bidding on it. It also shows on the evaluation of those bidders for who would receive the award, 30% work plan, 30% experience, qualification, references, 10% currently owned equipment and planned purchases. Years back, I think looking at their equipment is very important, because I've seen people years back that thought they'd get a big contract and go out and buy new equipment. They didn't do it.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of old wore out rough stuff, and they got the money and put it in their pocket and just tried to do it a patchwork. And so the equipment, then 20% is cost of service, actual cost, then 10% is responsiveness to complying with RFP requirements. So I think there's quite a bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different categories, that they consider, which I think is very good, where you're not locked in where you have to take the low bidder. In other words, you've got other criteria here that you can review to get the best operator, the best performer for the job. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is an area I've heard complaints about in the past, and I am currently receiving compliments. So I am happy to be able to award it to someone that is doing a good job. I agree. Okay, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Moving on to item K, consider a resolution that authorizes the city manager to execute an MOU between Longview ISD and the City of Longview Police Department for LISD to form a police department. Hey, Chief Boone.
Yes, ma'am, and also with us this evening, keep your seat for now, Chief, but Former Assistant Chief Ben Kemper, now Chief of Security right now at Longview ISD, and with the passing of this and a few more hurdles, I believe it will be Chief of Police for LISD PD. So basically, on this MOU, it is required, TCO requires it of LISD. They have to, any of the agencies that the jurisdictions they fall within, have to have an MOU with them. And that TCO, Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, requires it of the new forming agency because it is actually required by in the Texas Education Code. It's 37.081, and it states a school district, police department, and the law enforcement agencies with which it is overlapping jurisdiction shall enter a memorandum of understanding that outlines the reasonable communication and coordination of efforts between the department and the agencies. So basically, he has already received this from the sheriff's office, from Gregg County Sheriff's Office, and he needs that from the city of Longview to move forward.
Great. Questions, comments? Somebody's got a question.
How many officers, will they be at different schools or just at the high school, or where will the officers be?
I believe between school marshals and officers, they're going to have them at all campuses. And of course, Longview ISD runs in Gregg County, south of Longview, through Longview, and then has a campus north of our city limits as well, back in Gregg County again.
All right. Will these officers have the authority to arrest and detain somebody?
They're peace officers.
So they will have that?
Yes, sir. And I don't know how those actual staffing numbers are, if you want more information.
No, I was just curious,
Okay.
but they will have the authority to arrest and detain somebody?
Yes. Yeah, the staff will be mixed between the marshals and the peace officers, but they will be licensed Texas peace officers.
All right.
Great. As a mother with 2 students on the Longview ISD high school campus, I am excited about that, and thank you, Chief Kemper, for kicking this off and making this happen.
And we've got a good relationship with all of our campuses, or all of our school districts, and we've had school resource officers there for years and years. Even with this, even though they'll move to having their own ISD PD, we'll still be augmenting some of their staff as well, and they'll still hire off-duty officers. And on larger operations and major events, we'll still assist them, and Gregg County SO will assist them as well with those events as they come.
Great. Do you have a comment, Derek?
Yeah, just as an educator, I appreciate Chief Boone keeping kids safe. It's the #1 priority. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief. Moving on to item O, consider a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with TxDOT for a transportation set-aside project for the south side of Cotton Street. Mr. Keith Bonds, Interim Director of Public Works.
Yeah, this project's basically a grant from the Texas Department of Transportation, allow them to fund the construction of the sidewalks on the south side of Cotton Street from Green to Mod Cobb.
Perfect.
Keith, was this something we had previously talked about doing, and we just couldn't come up with the money or
Yeah,
something?
we've had the project as part of the 2018 bond election, and it's both sides of Cotton Street. So TxDOT's going to do the south side. The city's still going to be responsible to do the north side.
Does this mean we will do the north side, or
Yes.
just maybe? Oh, we
Yes.
will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Keith. Item R, consider a resolution authorizing and directing the city manager to execute any necessary documents for the purchase of 1 paratransit vehicle to replace a current unit. Mr. Scott Lewis, who looks like Miss Laura Hill.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. What is a paratransit vehicle?
It's a bus with a lift on it that we use for curbside. We would
Okay.
come to somebody's home on an appointment basis and take them to medical appointments.
To medical appointments?
Yes.
It says here, and I don't understand, with our state of Oklahoma interlocal agreement. First time I've ever seen that.
You're aware of how complex the transit system is.
Yes.
So we're funded by the Federal Transportation Administration and TxDOT. TxDOT has an agreement, the state has an agreement with the state of Oklahoma. We're buying this vehicle through that agreement,
Okay.
but we have to have your approval because Longview Transit is our service.
And it will be a new vehicle?
It will be a brand new one.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Laura.
Okay.
Those are all the items that were requested. I would like to note just item S, which is an ordinance canceling the District 4 general election and declaring unopposed candidate Councilman John Newstead as elected for his second term. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Any other items we want to discuss, or do I have a motion maybe from Sydney, who asked for all the ones to discuss, to approve? Yes, I have a motion from Sydney to approve the consent. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Consent is approved. We will move on to action items. Action item A is a public hearing that will be held to consider M26-01, which is an ordinance updating the UDC to delegate certain approval responsibilities related to plating. Miss Angela Choi.
Thank you very much. So in 2023, Texas Law House Bill 3699 significantly expanded the city's authority, allowing city council, along with planning and zoning commission, to delegate subdividing, or what we call plating approval, to city staff, like the city planner, for administrative efficiency. Delegating subdivision approval authority to the city planner promotes administrative efficiency and aligns with local procedures with state law. So currently, if a developer comes in with a subdivision plat, staff would do an administrative approval and then wait for Planning and Zoning Commission to approve their plat. So with this amendment to the UDC that staff is requesting, that would cut out of that time of the developer having to wait to go to Planning and Zoning Commission. Per state law, per the state law, they're required by law to approve plats. So plats that meet the city's requirements, they are required by state law to approve it. So really, it's more of a rubber stamp than anything. And so with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. Planning and Zoning Commission, along with staff, we do recommend approval of this recommendation.
Perfect. Sounds more efficient, and we appreciate it. Any questions for Ms. Troy?
So this will reduce some of the time and paperwork, is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will reduce it pretty drastically.
Okay.
When you're coming here for the changing of the zoning, because if there's already buildings in those that you're changing, like retail to residential, that still requires council, or is that something that could be done?
Yes, sir.
through
That still requires 2 public hearings, one in front of Planning and Zoning Commission and one in front of City Council. This is just division of land only.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve? Oh, I'm sorry, I need to open a public hearing. I will open a public hearing. I do not have any comment cards. Anyone like to speak in favor or in opposition? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
Move to approve.
Thank you.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Action item is approved. Thank you, Ms. Troy. I know. It's been quiet too long. We'll move on to action item B, which is to consider a resolution which approves and authorizes the city manager to negotiate and execute an agreement between the City of Longview and Safe Haven Baby Boxes regarding the acquisition, installation, and monitoring of a newborn safety device, and approving and authorizing the city manager to negotiate and execute an agreement between the City of Longview and Hannah House Ministries regarding the participation of Hannah House Ministries in said acquisition, installation, and monitoring. Miss Mary Ann Hagen-Bucher, Assistant City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This item was brought to us by Hannah House, a local nonprofit organization that works with young expectant women in our area. They approached us, asked us to follow the safe haven laws that are on the books. Texas Family Code Chapter 262 is what those are. Those laws allow organizations like municipalities to put a newborn safety device box at a fire station because that fire station is available 24/7, 365. So these safety device boxes allow someone to place a baby in there anonymously and know that that baby will immediately receive medical care and attention. The safety device box would be installed at, if approved tonight, would be installed at Station 2 on Eastman Road. It will be a heated and cooled box, depending on the weather, and it will have an alarm that would sound if someone were to place a baby in there. With this item tonight, we are asking council to approve two separate agreements. One is between the city and Safe Haven Baby Box, Inc. That is the contract that would allow us to purchase the safety device box. And they would also come back with some education as well. And then the second agreement would be between the city and Hannah House. Hannah House has graciously volunteered to pay for all of the costs associated with the purchase of the box, the installation of the box, the ongoing alarm fee, and then the ongoing maintenance cost. So there would be no cost to the city to do this. I want to take a moment to thank Melanie Wright, the executive director from Hannah House. She is in the audience tonight. She is the person who brought this first to us, and she was so patient as our fire department, our engineering department, and our facility services department worked together to get us to this point to bring this in front of you all tonight. So with that, we'll answer any questions.
Thank you, Mary Ann. I did want to ask Melanie if she'd like to take the opportunity to just say, I did warn you ahead of time, you don't have to, but if you'd like to say something, we just wanted to make sure and acknowledge the contribution and willingness to make a rather large monetary donation from Hannah House.
Yes. Well, those of you that know me, that I won't talk long because I get emotional, but this is a passion of mine for a long time. And on behalf of Hannah House, we just want to say thank you to the City of Longview for working with us. And we're ready to get this going. But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I thought Derek had a hand. Go for it.
Yeah, I thank Melanie from Hannah House. Like to welcome Mary Ann to the front of the room. But I do think this seems like a great plan. How do we make sure our community, how do we advertise this? How do the people in the community know that it's available?
So that actually is part of the contract with Safe Haven. They will do marketing as well, and then we will do marketing, and I'm certain that Hannah House will too.
I mean, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Questions, comments, discussion? Oh, Sydney.
This is a pretty serious matter. Very serious. Does it facilitate the mother getting rid of the child?
It would allow someone who was going to abandon a newborn to do it in a safe manner, which I think is particularly relevant given that we've recently had LPD arrest a mother who abandoned a child who was not found alive. So it does give them that opportunity. I would not say that it encourages anyone to do that in any way, but it does allow someone who has made that unfortunate decision to do it in a way that would allow the baby to thrive and survive.
What about taking it to a hospital?
I think the issue, and I would let Melanie speak to this, but I assume the issue would be criminal prosecution, and the threat of criminal prosecution.
Just speaking from experience and what we do at Hannah House, a lot of our women come from situations that are very dangerous, obviously with trafficking and cults and so forth. And at the end of the day, they want to remain anonymous and they want this baby to have a chance for life. And so they don't want to be seen at the hospital. They don't want to be seen by anybody. So these Safe Haven baby boxes allow that complete anonymous situation.
When you say not seen, the fire station where this would be placed, isn't that fire station open 24 hours a day?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So-
but this birth mother, or this mother will be able to drop this baby off if she chooses, and then have time to get away before the alarms are going off. There's no communication and
What
interaction.
is the penalty for leaving? You said before they didn't want to have prosecution. What kind of penalty or law are they facing if they would take this baby to a hospital and drop it off at the front door of the hospital?
I can't answer that. I'm on the police department side, but I can tell you they don't want to be known in the situation. I know it's happened before, but like I said, there are women that do not want to be known for any reason for this baby's safety. That's all I don't know how to.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate situation, yeah. And certainly wouldn't be something we would expect to hopefully ever happen, honestly. But it has happened here in Longview, and it had a unfortunate consequence.
We would just like to have life, saving options available for these women.
Would this be a one box at one fire station? Is that
Yes,
what we're
sir.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
Which fire station?
Fire Station 2 on Eastman Road.
Okay. It's a pretty serious subject. You know, I mean, it's you know, it's the life of an individual, life of a child, and depending on how you're gonna start that life off.
Sure. I would hope that this would give someone a chance that may not have it, but certainly no one is encouraging use of the box. It is an alternative, maybe when someone has no other alternatives.
I'm not sure if you're able to speak on this, but I have seen some research on the safety boxes. And it's prominent in a lot of major cities. And I don't know if you're able to speak on the statistics of them and the survival rate of the kids that are placed in the safety boxes. But, you know, I guess I'm with Sydney. It's unfortunate that, you know, our little community of Longview has kind of come to a situation where we have to embrace some big city decisions. But preserving a baby's life should always be number one. And I know that this is an avenue in order for us to do that. And it's also an avenue for that mother, as you mentioned, that's been through a lot of difficult situations, to be able to enter this with no judgment, because that's the biggest part. And that's also the reflection of how we lose a lot of young babies, is because the mother is afraid of the ridicule and the judgment that comes with it. So, Mr. Allen, it's a new age thing, and it's happening everywhere else. And, you know, we have it here, and I think it's an opportunity to help save a baby's life.
Absolutely.
To tie this back to help my framework, and I go, you know, I think of scripture, and I go to Moses, right? And they carried the baby. She's in a situation where she won't, like, the baby will be killed or prosecuted, so then she puts it in the river, and then luckily the baby's saved, and that's a safe. Like, so that's the situation that I think a lot of these are looking at. It's not a way of a mother abandoning a child. It's a situation where that bringing them into life may not be safe for them or for the mother to do so.
Absolutely, and I love your story there. That is so true, though. These mothers, it's not that they don't want these babies. It's that for their baby's safety and for their situation that they're in, that they know that they need to choose a different course, and it's just an option for them, and it's it's life saving.
So, what happens to the baby?
The alarm goes off and they call CPS and
what?
Hannah House.
Excuse me, what, I didn't hear, what
So
happens?
once the infant is placed in the safe haven box, the mother has a certain time, and I don't remember if it's 30 or 60 seconds to walk away and get out of the picture, and then that alarm will start going off, and then the fire department will get that baby in under 2 minutes, and then take it to the hospital where CPS and Hannah House will meet them there, and.
Do you say Hannah House will meet them there? In other words, does Hannah House take responsibility for this just born baby?
Well, there's numerous parties involved. CPS has to be a part of that as well.
Child Protection Services?
Correct. And since that would go to a ready and waiting family through foster to adopt.
Do we have ready waiting families?
Yes, sir.
We do have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Melanie.
I move to approve.
Thank you. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item is approved. Thank you so much, Melanie. and
Thank
Hannah
you very
House.
much, Melanie.
We will move on to items of community interest, and we'll start with Mr. Conley.
I first just want to congratulate again Mr. Wade, by-district champion basketball team from Pine Tree, and they will play tomorrow. Coach Rogers and that team just won on Tuesday night, and they'll play tomorrow night against Paris and Texarkana. If you guys are looking for something entertainment, drive up northeast to Texarkana, and there'll be a basketball game happening there. Good luck to the Pirates.
Basketball team was here tonight.
maybe. Good luck to the Pirates. And next, I'm so honored to announce and have in my presence the trophy that we've earned all of us, for the Water Tank of the Year.
Hey.
Runner-up. Sorry for the build-up on that, but the runner-up. But there are, I was asked to, we have the Enjoy the View water tank, and I'd appreciate Richard, either Richard or maybe ChatGPT has this eloquent article that I'm going to read here. And the city of Longview, Texas celebrates its vibrant arts and cultural scene with a newly painted 1 million gallon water tower adorned with a guitar, musical motifs, and the slogan, Enjoy the View. The design reflects Longview's museums, local festivals, and creative spirit. Finished with Tenamex Series 700 Hydroflon, the tank's colorful exterior will stay bright and protected for years to come, perfectly capturing the energy of East Texas. Tank of the Year runner-up, and I noticed there are all the water tanks in this calendar. We were in the calendar, and there seems to be, I've counted, I think there's only maybe 5 that are cities from Texas, and we are the month of May this year, 2026, and also Richard, I appreciate he's a much better Longview historian than myself, and May 17th, 1871 was actually the first day of Longview's existence, and so being in the month of May, we were very happy, and we are the Tank of the Year runner-up. Congratulations, Longview. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Moore.
Yes, so I had my first town hall meeting when?
Last week.
Last week, and it was very good. I want to thank all the citizens that came in and brought in their input. Always feel free to participate in any town hall meeting, any meeting. And I will say this, that anytime a citizen has a comment about anything, whether good or bad, we have to take it, and we have to do better as a city to make sure that we're addressing all the needs of our citizens. And I will say this, that none is scripted. These people are coming in, they're coming in with true concerns from their heart and for their quality of life. Also, I want to talk about Black History Month. This is Black History Month. Foster Middle School will be having a program tomorrow. Where Elementary had one today, Foster Middle School will be celebrating theirs tomorrow, starting at 5:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wade.
Yes. So, on Tuesday, I was driving down MLK, and I noticed a little small incident happening on side the road. Mariana, play the video. Up here, I was driving by. There was a small little fire. I got a hold of FD, Longview's finest, the fire department. I started battling it right here. It started spreading. We got the fire department here, they're right there, and we're putting it out. It's automatically happening right now on the scene. Thank you. So, unlike Miss Dudley and Miss Wilson from earlier, I saw the fire happening. I called Chief Grimes, he didn't answer. I FaceTimed Chief Grimes, he still didn't answer. Then I tried to figure out the phone number to the illustrious station number 3, which is on MLK. They didn't answer, they hung up on me at first because they didn't understand what I was saying, so I sprung into action. And I started fighting the fire myself, I called them back, and then next thing you know, you see them whirling down the street, coming down MLK. And we saved the day together. Me and Longview Fire Department. Thank you, guys.
You do know about 911.
You know, it was right down the street. I was right there. Don't need to call 911 for that, you know.
They have a non-emergency number. Too.
Well, I called the non-emergency number. Chief Grimes was my
Good job.
non-emergency number.
All right, John, you're up.
Awesome.
Like a trailer for an action movie, an action hero. Yes.
Longview News Journal's gonna be calling now. KLTV. I think you got.
I'll give you a story of it.
Awesome. So one, as Kristen said, the mayor said, how we wish we had like these meetings all the time, and it's great. And I really just want to highlight really 2 of these things on here. Vern Rainier, who put together the process, the application to become a veteran designated community, and then also Melanie Wright with Hannah House. Like, these are community-led and driven initiatives for the citizens of Longview, and it's because they love the community and everything. So I really want to just highlight that and just honor them and honor all the people in the community. Chief Boone said it with, National Night Out and everything else. It's all of us. It's everybody here that's taking a care and a love and an interest in the community that they serve is why we are thriving, and just appreciate everybody so much for that. And so it's really just warm my heart. Also with that, I also want to say a deep thank you to District 4 for your trust in me, and I'm honored to serve for another 3 years. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And also, Mary Ann, thank you for being up here. We appreciate you too.
Thanks, John. Jody.
All right. First thing we've got, can you spot what's wrong there? And if you're thinking of the amphibian that's in the water, you're wrong. It's lifeguards. And I want everybody to realize, don't just think about high school students, teenagers during the summer, which is a great avenue, so if students, get out there. But if you got college students coming back into town, or even if you're an adult who says, hey, I've got the summer off from teaching, I want to get involved, we'd love to have your help. Parks and Recreation, I know getting lifeguards is a huge deal, and we will be pool operational this summer, right, John? Can I hear that a little bit louder? Okay, all right. Next thing I want to recognize Spring Hill, been recognized by the Educational Results Partnership for the 2025 Honor Roll for high academic achievement and student success. Their intermediate and junior high were also recognized as honor roll schools, placing them among the top performing schools in Texas. So congratulations, Spring Hill and their administration and their board for backing them up. I thought Ray was going to steal my thunder here, but I wanted to say thank you to Longview Fire Department. They had a busy weekend. They had a lot going on. You probably seen it in the papers. You've seen it on the news, but you guys did a great job. Thank you for your action. And it's not just my job, because that's what I do as a fireman, but going above and beyond and make sure people are safe, get out and taking care of business. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Great job. Sydney.
Yes, I want to say thank you again to the Pine Tree football team. That's wonderful what y'all were able to do. We might get ahead of Longview one of these days. All right. Well, one of the items that we overlooked here, I want to thank our financial secretary, Ms. Angela, for what she does for taking care of our money and investing it and getting the good rate of return that she's consistently got for us. I just want to say thank you for managing our money.
Good job, Angela.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything?
I do not.
Okay. I have a couple of items. Want to remind everybody that our boards and commissions applications are currently open through the end of March. This is a really important way for our citizens to engage, have their voice heard, be involved in what's happening in the city. You hear first what's happening, and this is your way to contribute. So please consider doing that. The Kite Festival, wildly popular Kite Festival, is returning March 11th at Lear Park. You can learn more at our website, longviewtexas.gov/kite. This happens out at Lear Parks. Beautiful day, lots of families out there, lots of fun, other things to do. Please join us for that. America 250, please mark your calendars and join us for what will be the kickoff of our America 250 celebrations, which will be a parade on April 11th. If you would like to participate in this parade, the applications are due by February 28th. That is 2 days from now. So please get on top of that on our website there, /America 250. And finally, I am again collecting peanut butter. So if you are interested in helping, Jars of Love Peanut Butter Drive is now open. This is a drive conducted by Longview Regional Medical Center, who is collecting peanut butter with a goal of 4,000 jars to support Longview Community Ministries, which is our local food bank located downtown. There is, of course, as you know, a real need to feed people in our community who have insecurity with food. So please consider participating. Your generous donations can help us march 3rd through the 24th, and you can drop off sites at Longview Police Department, Longview City Hall, and other city facilities, if you will check out the website there. So,
Are we competing against Tyler?
we are not competing against anybody. They're scared of us now. So, no. We are competing against ourselves. Bring all your peanut butter. But thank you guys very much. We love and appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.